Hello everybody, Zeidoktor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is dedicated to One Piece Chapter 827, Totland. And we open up with a cover page at the Kamabaka Kingdom, or Queendom rather. That's how the Viz actually is, they call it the Kamabaka Queendom. where they're doing some decorating. It says preparation. I wonder if that's supposed to be like for Dragon and the revolutionary leaders, because they're supposed to be gathering at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving along here, and we're at the we're at one of those tort things, the tart bases, where the little pawn guy in charge is taking Peckham's word that he's bringing a gift for the wedding, and he wants to keep it hush hush. So don't even let anyone know I was here.
This is what having connections gives you. You know, yeah. a lot of leeway into the kingdom.
Yep.
Or the island.
And once they actually enter the island itself, we find that literally everything is made of chocolate.
I feel that that's both disgusting yet yummy.
Yes. Luffy and Chopper are mostly focused on the yummy. And we also have if you look carefully, you'll see like a nice connection of different types of people here. Like there's like to the left side there's like a bear, presumably a mink, a long-legged woman.
Yeah.
I think I see people assume maybe that woman on the right is a snake neck.
Yeah. And yeah. For a second I thought it was Nami for a second. I was like, oh. But anyway, so everyone's psyched up, and Nami and wow, I totally forgot her name. What's her name again? Carrot. Yeah, I was about to call her Rabbit. I was like something along those lines. But yeah, Carrot are dressed up, and they're pretty psyched to go and join in on the fun with the island. Yep. But of course, before that, Brooks is doing having a little fun of his own.
You gotta give him credit for brazenness right here.
I like him having tea while doing this.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Brooks, yeah. Like, points for audacity. You gotta give him that.
I like how it actually started with the other panel first.
Yeah, like you see him actually dropping down.
So basically, yeah, Peckham's like, but it takes the whole day to get from here to Cold Cake Islands, and then Nami's like, I went easy on you, and then Carrot's like, get some groceries. Woo!
I think that's Peckham saying that part, and then
Carrot's
saying, Roger that.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Because you see how the little people.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Carrot's noticing what I pointed out earlier, that there's all kinds of people gathered here. It's like there's even minks. It's like a wonderland. That seems to be a word for her. Oh,
wait,
God.
Keyword.
Yeah, I just realized. Because she used that earlier too. But Peckham reveals that that's precisely.
Oh, I just realized he's referenced to. Oh, is it the rabbit from the Alice in Wonderland?
Oh yeah, very probably. Like she's late for a very important date. Anyway, that's probably why they included her in this whole thing. You're right. Yeah. I think I made the connection, but I never really clicked like it just did for you there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Peckham reveals that that's the kind of thing Mama dreams of. A utopia where all races from around the world can live in harmony without discrimination, prejudice, or segregation. And by that, I mean literally all the races of the world. It's easier if you simply consider this place as one large, powerful nation at this point. I do wonder what he means by literally, but moving on. There are
I think what he means is that it's not an exaggeration. There is at least one person of every race in this city.
Okay. It makes me wonder if he meant like other races that weren't necessarily well known by this point. But in any case, there are 30. He points out that there's over 30 islands dotted around Whole Cake Island, and each of these islands are ruled by chancellors. And all of them, in general, are referred to as Totland, which it says here that the kanji used for it reads as country of 10,000.
Yeah. So, yeah. And so basically, he spiels on, and then I think he talks about all the rules.
Yep.
What was it? You can eat whatever chocolate you want, just don't eat the roost because that's exposed to the town to various forms of precipitation.
Yeah, they actually have rules for eating the buildings.
Yeah, this is. Excuse me. Windows are under the jurisdiction of the Candy Cast Chancellor, and pillars are the Biscuit Chancellor.
Mm-hmm. There's like there's things that aren't in this town that aren't chocolate are either personal belongings or items open to public use. And I guess Carrot's. Oh, I guess that's Nami. Like that is way too complicated. Like this is the break, so come here as possible and tell me you're back as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And he's got to stay because he's too easily recognized. So he requests some souvenir chocolates for himself. Got it.
Yeah. And then he calls Straw Hat. He's like, "Quit slacking around. Hurry up and get you decides that." Oh, actually, looking for Luffy. They already left to explode town. Whoa!
What did they happen if I found out I brought you all here? Tread lightly, proceed with caution. And I was like, yeah, right. Not to worry, finding him won't be an issue because he's sure to stick out like a sore thumb. It's a crime! Someone ate Zeta Cafe! And there you go.
You gotta be shitting me! And then basically...
I love how nonchalant Nami is about this.
Well, I mean, she has got to get used to it by now.
I mean, this goes at least as far back as India's lobby. Like, don't know where Luffy is? Where's the most commotion going on? There you go.
Yeah. So basically, it turns as we find out as it was just mentioned, the cafe is completely gone, and they actually see Luffy and Chopper, and I'm surprised Chopper went in on this. I didn't think he'd be like.
I think he's in Kung Fu Point too to allow for it.
Well, he has to. I mean, that's the only thing that allows his stomach to basically handle all that.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, they're as big as a. Yeah, they're really big. And he's like, marshmallows, almonds, jelly beans. Basically, he says, I'm going to write you up. This is a grievous crime. And he's like, but oh man, we had a really good reason for doing what we did. Oh? Fine. What? Go on, spill it. It was too delicious not to eat. Yeah. That's awesome response. So, and then they're about to get arrested.
I love Topper's face when he says it too.
Yeah. So they're about to get arrested, but then someone says, wait. Mr. Chocolate Police Officer. That's so funny. Yeah. And there's an actual talking carpet, by the way.
Flying talking carpet.
Yeah, as well. And
even the translator was like, "Wait, was that a flying carpet?"
Yeah. Hey, maybe they're referencing fairy tales like Aladdin too.
That seems to be one there too. Like, there's at least one or two others I can think of that we can come into in a bit later.
Yeah. So it was like, look what they reduced your precious cafe to, because it turns out that this is the proprietor, and she's like, "Oh my heavens." And then Brooke is like, "Oh my gosh, this guy, everything's gonna get worse."
And she's mad because she left so much of it to go to waste. You both promised to eat everything up. She actually starts covering for them at this point.
Yeah, and we all know who this is.
Well,
it's
actually, we don't actually get to the auto box for her. It says like Cafe Caramel owner Nitro the Jello, which is the thing on her shoulder.
Yeah, for a second I thought it was her. I was like, oh, she's a Jello, but there's actually the Jello was actually in the picture from before. I just want to point that out.
The little mobster slime on her shoulder there too.
Yeah. So before we tell anyone, I mean, at this point anyone should know, but let's keep the name.
And this actually relates to what I told you before we started, where like something confused me, but I'll go here.
Okay. So basically, everyone's like, "Wait, do we know her?" Like the Luffy and Chopper, and then as it turns out, she actually tells them to finish it off, and actually puts the food in their mouths.
I know. It's so yummy? Good.
I think they just died. So well, it looks like that's how One Piece ended. They ate too much food.
Insulin suck.
Well, honestly, at this point, I think the one enemy of the Straw Hat crew is diabetes. But thankfully, that apparently doesn't exist in One Piece. So it turns out she's actually covering for them. She's like, these are actually the dismantlers who were supposed to take down the cafe before it expired, and I actually was the one who hired them both. And then in the office, like, oh, you should have known better. You should have had a sign up. That way, we wouldn't leave so much commotion. And he even states there were still any customers at that cafe. I hope they need it too.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, right. everyone's all right. And I was like, oh, so it's not a crime scene after all. Okay. Like, and before everything parts, like he approaches the woman, like, oh, before I forget, congratulations on your marriage, Lady Pudding. The ceremony's right around the corner, so please get some rest and take a break from all your duties here at the cafe. All of us are truly wishing you nothing but the best from the bottom of our hearts. And she gets all blushy and embarrassed.
Oh my gosh, she's actually hyped up for this. I mean, like, this is actually a girl who actually might want to be with Sanji.
Right.
And
before
there's actually.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, and then there's something else about her that I will talk about later.
All right, I'm gonna talk about one thing real quick, just a quick little detour right now.
Yeah.
On the previous chapters, at least on the manga stream, they call her Purin, P-U-R-I-N.
Yeah.
I thought so, because that messed me up. Because what it was, like, with the Lola lookalike last chapter, or a couple chapters ago, here's what I was thinking. See, what it is, Purin, P-U-R-I-N, is the Japanese word pronunciation, etc. for the word for pudding. That's why it's translated as pudding, like in the official English and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So what I was wondering here, given the lookalike factor, were they actually calling her Purin, like the name we've seen already, or were they calling her the actual English word pudding? And the fact that Manga Stream changed at this moment threw me off completely. I mean, I know now it's not, because nothing else. I kind of like glossed over the reference to the wedding, and also I didn't realize until someone pointed out that slime thing was from the photo a couple chapters ago.
Oh, so you thought it was a different person?
Right. I thought we were looking at another lookalike, like with the Lola one from a couple chapters
ago.
Yeah,
I see. There's one thing that's interesting though. I will actually point out something out. Well, first off, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, pudding was a reference to obviously the food, but I mean, I didn't. I thought I wasn't sure if that was her too because I thought there was something. I thought maybe I didn't expect her to see her so quickly.
Yeah, or in this context.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, well, she's actually out on her own and actually being a proprietor. Like, I thought that she'd be like, getting ready for the wedding, but I guess it's still like she's still like having a little bit of a doing activities before that, and that she's so far away from Big Mom too.
That though, as they mentioned, it's only like a day away and like 3 days till the party and all that. But the thing that caught me was that there apparently was no reaction from anybody else, Brooke or Nami particularly, to the name Pudding, because they heard the name.
Oh, they did. Huh.
Back in Capone's castle. Like, they didn't see the picture because that came on. Only Sanji's seen the picture, but they know the name Charlotte Pudding.
Yeah. And also, I think one of the reasons why I didn't I thought maybe it wasn't her was because they didn't introduce her the same way they usually introduce everyone else. Like, oh, why didn't they introduce her? Oh, so I thought for a second that she was Nitro the Gel. I'm like, oh, maybe that's like a nickname or something.
So you thought it wasn't necessarily the same Pudding either?
No, well, because she looked different in the picture, I think.
Okay.
And I was expecting something else that I actually will talk about.
Okay.
But I thought that her name was like Nitro the Jelly, and I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't notice the jelly, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought maybe maybe that's like a nickname or something. Whatever. But so basically, the rest of the crew are like, oh, that's good, they've been saved. And then somebody actually notices Pedro, and then he's a mink too, and he's like, oh, why are you here? And he shuts his mouth, like, oh, okay, look, I'm on vacation. I'll don't tell anyone else. And you guys like,
just keep it quiet.
Yeah. And then. And Nami's like, you know people in this town? And he was like, I'll tell you that later. And it's an
Nami
interesting
or
thing. Nami. It was Nami.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Carrot, but okay.
No, it was Nami. Because the hat.
Yeah.
And the long hair.
Yeah, I guess I glossed over that. When I get these chapters the first time, I'm usually looking at my phone, so it's like smaller screen.
But it's interesting because minks, while they're not racist like people think they are, they don't actually go out that often. So it's interesting that he's actually been around, because we know that the dog and the cat have been outside of the island, but we don't know anything about Pedro. So anyway,
and we do know that some of them do get out and about, and it did make me wonder if the spotted jaguar had a checkered past at this point.
I mean, he's the only one who can control Peckhams, right? Why do you think that is? Maybe there's something about him.
Did they have some kind of past relationship that he left but Peckhams didn't?
Yeah, maybe. So anyway, they go to Pudding's place, and Luffy's all happy because she bailed him out, and she's like, no, I should be thanking you because you said my cafe was too delicious not to eat. So she's all happy about that,
Yeah.
And then she actually talks about how she made the cafe, and it's like, holy shit, Sanji hit the jackpot. Like, he's a chef too. They would totally get along.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like the perfect. It literally is a perfect match. This is it's too good. Because sometimes it's actually opposite to attract, but in this case, I don't know, Sanji.
And we did see him have these usual reactions to the picture of her, so hey.
Was he surprised?
Well, he had the hard eyes reaction, all that stuff.
Yeah. Was that what you said?
Yeah, he had his usual. He had his lovey-dovey.
I misheard you. Yeah. So basically, she's all happy about the fact that they like her food, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so sweet," And then she's like, and then Nami's like, "I don't mean rude here, but we appreciate your hospitality and would love to stay here longer, but we do have somewhere to go." And she's like, "Oh, in that case, how about just a cup of tea to wash down all that excessive sweetness in your mouth?" She's just so adorable.
Yeah.
To the point where I actually think that I'm actually afraid that thinking that maybe there may be another side to her, but who knows?
Or she is someone else entirely, and we're just doing about that. But,
well, no, she can't be someone else entirely because they just pointed out that she's having a wedding, right?
True. I mean, they don't necessarily say she's getting married too, but you're right. I mean, at the very least, we can, barring some convoluted nonsense that we can assume what we're dealing with here.
That would be convoluted nonsense, and I don't think Oda's going to do that. So,
not
so
that
basically,
she's convoluted nonsense.
No, but this is just like overdoing it, because everything is like saying she's the one, And so she said, "Oh, I'm my manners. Haven't asked you all 3 names yet?" And have I? And Luffy's an idiot as always and says, "I'm Luffy. I'm going to be pirate. Hey now!" And she says, "Eh."
Yeah.
And then we actually switched.
She's obviously registering that part of it.
Yeah. Well, she already heard Luffy, so who knows? But so then we switch to Whole Cake Island, and we hear someone saying, "Mama, how many more days is it until the tea party we have?" And then only 3 days left, Mama.
The thing is, if you could pay attention, they're actually kind of singing this.
Yeah. Because they also have the lyrics, the note symbol. And so she's like, "Is that so? How's Germa's boy doing?" "He's already arrived, Mama." And everyone's talking, by the way, and. So basically, everyone's like, this is like freaking on crack, man.
Yeah, like Wonderland has just hit us hard, full in the face.
Yeah.
With a little touch of Beauty and the Beast being our guest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously all these guys. This is like a complete reference to fairy tales, not
Yeah.
just Alice in Wonderland, but although Alice in Wonderland is a big thing.
I've seen people compare this to like a Disney song number.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Oh, what would the anime be like?
I know, like that's gonna be fun on there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while though. So she gets everyone. She asks, is the budget going okay? And then she has eggs acquired, flour acquired, fruits acquired, and so I guess these are the members of a crew. And you actually see some people like dead.
Like
in those ones, yeah.
And like at one point she's even saying like don't be stingy, choose wisely, kill and rob when necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we have a big double face spread, and holy shit! I think I just like. Check your bottles, check your prescriptions. Make sure it doesn't say something that you don't want it to say, like ecstasy or crack or something. Because holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, what the hell is this? Hey, how did she make the sun?
I don't know. Like I said, would this be the end? Like I said, she's like just celebrating her Totland, and she's like finds out that she reveals that she already knows that Luffy's around. Like he's already. I can't wait. I hear he's actually already arrived. Straw Hat. Well, I'm not going to sing it because I don't know what tune they're using. I hate song lyrics and text for exactly that reason. But whatever. That's my foible.
Straw Hat.
But yeah, it's like at this point, with the end of the chapter, like I said the running theory I've seen is that Big Mom's got some kind of like life-giving powers.
Yeah,
or maybe great things.
Yeah, that's definitely what I got too. Also, how did she do it to the sun? Because wouldn't people notice that? I mean, the rainbow, the trees, okay, fine. Is the clouds?
It could just be like some decorated sun thing. Like if she brings inanimate objects to life, it doesn't necessarily have to be like the sun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But because it's flying in the air, and who knows? But
I have to say, the flowers have been freaking me out just because we've been playing Undertale.
Oh yeah. It's interesting is that remember she ate someone when we first introduced her. Do you think that was an actual person, or do you think that was one of these like things?
It could go either way on this because because while we've been talking, I've been looking for that book in my own stash right now because I wanted to see the three-eyed girl.
Yeah, I was actually now I'm gonna go back to talk because I was actually about to talk. If you look at Pudding, she has something covering her forehead. Maybe she's the three-eyed girl.
That's the general assumption I've seen. The main thing I wanted to check on, just kind of get my own little confirmation on this, because again, I was wondering if lookalikes were a factor, was the fact that she also has a slime next to her in that first appearance.
Yeah, and maybe that's her true like nature. Because remember, she saw Big Mom eat someone and basically kill him, or kill her. Who knows? But and she's just like, oh whatever, like she closes her eyes as if it's like, oh, Big Mom's being Big Mom again. So maybe that's one of the dark side to her, because she's so adorable that you just think to yourself, like, she's a part of the Big Mom crew, right? There's got to be something more to her.
Yeah, I mean, she at least is like right there, like right next to her while all this is going on, and that kind of leads into what you were saying, like the fact that she's away from Big Mom at the moment, when she clearly seems to be kind of important to her.
And people think that she's the one who gave Big Mom the tip. It's like, well, that's kind of quick. Like she just heard Luffy, like that she would have to. Yeah. And I'm thinking maybe. First off, maybe it's one of those inanimate objects. Maybe there's like a long distance type of communications. They can. I mean, she's basically like, if you can think about it, maybe the entire island is her crew. If you really think about it. And another thing is that maybe she planned for Luffy to come here. Like she brought in Sanji, right? She obviously probably thinks like Luffy is the type of guy who would go after Sanji. So that's maybe this is part of the plan, as well as the whole union between the Germa and her crew thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course the final thing is about the diversity thing. People said that she's actually. I mean, look, it seems like a haven. Like she's supposed to be one of the four emperors. Like that doesn't sound right. But then people say, what if she's trying to fatten them up?
Like she's playing Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, I think they even referenced that with some like maybe the houses or something, or something.
Well,
like she's
all the buildings made of chocolate and candy.
Yeah. Like the houses, yeah. And that's what I was thinking of, yeah. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, and then remember, she's nice at first, the witch, until she shows her true colors. In fact, what if it's not Big Mom that's the witch? What if it's Pudding?
That could be a weird little crazy little twist. Like maybe Big Mom's like the fake out. Maybe the real Big Mom is someone else completely.
Well, yeah, I mean that's possible. I was actually thinking something smaller where Pudding is just shows Big Mom is still the big bad. It's just that because even though Big Mom, she's still evil. Like, it's obvious that she's the bad guy. But with Pudding, it's all like maybe she's actually a nice girl. I'm just like, man, well, so maybe she might fit the witch. I mean, because they're making so many references. I will say though that I think right now Big Mom seems to be the witch. And maybe the niceness part is just her like telling everyone, oh, I want a haven for everyone, and everyone thinks she's nice. Although it kind of makes you remember. At
the same time, though, when she's singing to herself, like it does seem like she's kind of somewhat sincere, if not necessarily for altruistic reasons.
yeah. But she, I mean, at the end of the day, she's still saying kill them all, you know. So it's still a bad person. What was I gonna say? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Um, I think I was gonna say something along the lines of. Oh, I remember now. It reminds me of Dressrosa because initially when you get to Dressrosa, it was like everyone's happy and you see inanimate objects talking, right?
You got the toys and everything, yeah.
Yeah. So I do hope it's not gonna be the same thing. You know, obviously there's a little bit of have a little difference. But yeah. This One Piece chapter's been interesting. But I don't think it's pudding. Like that's too quick. You know, like she pudding. But I do think there's more to pudding than meets the eye.
Yep.
Or three eyes in this case.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, more than meets the one specific eye that shouldn't actually be there. Yeah, there's definitely something going on.
Yeah.
So my question is why nobody else. I mean, there is like a thing with Nami, like maybe she's aware of what's going on, but it's just not like reacting right away. But it does seem odd that she's like nobody's reacting to pudding. At least the people who were there with Sanji at the time weren't reacting to the name pudding. That and the possibility like we were looking at a pouring and pudding type situation was just threw me off like terribly.
Well, but that's too convoluted. I don't think so. Well, especially with the fact that they said wedding. And
right,
I don't.
If it weren't for the reference to the wedding, I'd be a little more firm on that. But like I already confirmed that the raw is used pouring, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I know that was right off base.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, let's see. It seems that Big Mom is gonna be the first. Are they gonna defeat an emperor in this arc? I mean, I swear to gosh.
I don't know. They've been setting this up as a case where they're not actually trying to fight, and the fact that it seems kind of odd that they're lining up all of this force to fight Kaido, while Big Mom is just maybe half the crew, and only like one of them is like one of their principal. Two of them at best are among their principal fighters. With Luffy and Brook. Well, they have Pedro and Carrot too, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, should a force have 6 succeed where the military combination of everybody they've got is only like a off chance with Kaido? Because like I said, the one thing with Oda is
maybe Big Mom is not gonna be defeated. Maybe they might get something out of the fact that Lolo knows them, because that has to come to play. That has to come into play, right?
With everything we've seen, there's no question about that.
But she's not a good person, and she definitely would never ever. I don't think she'll ever work with Luffy unless it's like unless it's by that mean. Like we don't we don't know about her enough if she's gonna be willing to say, oh, because your daughter.
At the very least, at the very least, she may acknowledge that maybe she owes a debt to them for saving Lola and Thriller-bark, and then maybe maybe hold herself back for as long as that debt's not paid. Like the moment,
or maybe maybe she wins against.
I was gonna say, the moment she feels that debt is paid, then she'll feel free to move against Straw Hat, Luffy.
So I was thinking that maybe Big Mom actually defeats Luffy and lets him go because of that. Because I mean, obviously, I mean, as much as he's become so much stronger now, he barely defeated Dolphin. An emperor might be a little too much, even at this point in time.
Yep.
He'll probably be able to like hurt her and even push her to the brink of, to the brink of like having to go all out and using a final form or whatever. But I think at the end of the day, I think either I don't think he can defeat her one-on-one. I think he'd either have that help or he actually gets defeated and she actually lets him go.
I could possibly see that. Like maybe at the very least she'll consider sparing Luffy's life part of that. Of course, how would they get Sanji back in that case? Or the only other thing I think was maybe Gearman 66, like something happens with them that prompts Big Mom to join.
I was also thinking. I was actually about to think. I think I also said that maybe she lets Sanji go as well. Like who knows? We know she's a she's a pirate obviously, so she's all all about like tyranny and all that and dominant, rule of fear and all that crap. But we don't know enough about her if you think about it. We only know. I mean, actually, I'll say this thing. Lola actually thinks fondly of her mom. If I remember correctly.
I mean, it could be like a Whitebeard thing, like she's genuinely fond of her children.
Yeah. Except this have actual children. All 35 of them. You know what I was thinking. I thought when they said 35th, I thought she meant like 35th in the line, Charlotte is the 34th, and or was it his name Charlotte, right? Charlotte.
Yeah, she's 35th.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, who's the Big Mom? What's Big Mom's name?
Oh, Charlotte Linlin.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe I thought that initially she was the 34th and maybe her daughter's the 35th. I thought that they were using that, but but apparently it turns out that it was immediately taken down and everyone believed that it was actually she has $35. I'm like, holy shit. I think the former was a lot more believable, but then again, this is One Piece, you know.
Yeah, like I said, Oda's not immune to convoluted, but.
Well, I mean, that's not really convoluted, it's just her having a lot of children.
Well, actually, that was one thing I wondered about. Like, besides the life-giving power maybe factoring into it, because we kind of discussed that already, I wondered if she just simply had a tendency towards having twins or triplets.
Or hell, maybe.
Because that would certainly explain the lookalikes.
Who's the father? She's not exactly the best looker.
Or fathers. I mean, she could have more than one husband, or not even worry about that.
She is emperor. I mean, that wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah. But hey, she's a big fan of weddings. Maybe she had a lot of them herself. That actually wouldn't be surprising now that I think about it. So yeah, I think that's about it for One Piece today.
Yeah. So we got some nice stuff on here. Like I kind of made a fool of myself on the forum just because I didn't quite catch that. But I'm blaming manga stream because, like I said, they definitely flip flopped on that.
Yeah.
And that just threw me off in a big way.
Yeah.
Right. I also kind of wondered to myself, like, if I had been right, how the English translation would have handled that. But that's irrelevant now.
Yeah.
Right. And in case, yeah, we're good to go. That has been our review of One Piece chapter 827, Totland.
Bye.